Hi, I want to walk you through real fast what your take-home minor is going to be. There is a link right here, and so you're going to click on it, and there's a lot of steps there, but it's going to take you over here to this. It will ask you to make a copy, say yes. You're going to fill in your name. You can, if you double-click it, it will let you edit it, so just know. And then you're put in your class period, please, and your number is going to be your random number. Either your teacher's going to give it to you or somehow. So you're going to import a graph here with Desmos, and notice it's going to be a piecewise function that's going to split at your number. So if your number is 100, it won't be, but if your number is 100, the first one needs to be a function, then they meet at 100 because that's my special number. The first one can be a polynomial or rational. Rational means it's a fraction with variables in the bottom. And then the second one cannot be. So it needs to be a trig or an exponential or something else. And this specific one needs to have a jump discontinuity at my number of 100. Then you need to upload your graph. And there are two parts to this. You need to write the limit from the left and the limit from the right. That's one part. And then you need to justify that your graph is not continuous. Now, right over here in this example, I tell you about Desmos. So I'm going to come and type in, if you've not seen it, that's my dog in the background. I'll get him in a second. It's a graphing calculator. I just typed in desmos.com, and I can type y equals x divided by 2, if that's what it is. Now, that's not irrational yet. Move over plus x to the third, whatever it is. Now, if I'm going to go to 100, I got to play with my functions a little bit. This right here will help you, and it helps you, and this will help you snip it. Helps you export on Desmos. So right up here, you can export the graph when you get it done. Down here at the bottom, this is a helpful YouTube video that will walk you through how to piecewise. The next thing is a second graph. You're going to upload a function that the first one can be a polynomial. You're still on that same special number. Mine would be 100. Yours is whatever it is. This one is the first one's a polynomial, and the second one that's going to meet cannot be a polynomial or rational. Still the same thing. And the graph is continuous at this point. Continuous meaning continuous. So you're going to need to then do your limit. So upload your graph here in this part, insert it, and then you can insert a screenshot of just written out, insert, picture, upload a picture. Then your part 3 is going to be using your graph from part 1. Determine if the function has a 0 on the graph on the interval, and you need to use IVT. Or explain why you cannot use IVT, depending on your graph. So just take a picture and upload on this part 3 what your written out work. If you want to type it, that's fine, but I assume most of you will write it out in notebook paper or blank paper and upload it. If you want a Kami, that would be fine for those of you that are using Kami. Part 4 is using your graph from part 2, so the second graph. Determine if the function is continuous. So you're going to need to do your 3-part definition on this guy. That's it. There's 4 parts to this. There is a rubric, so let me jump back real fast. There's some steps here, and there is a rubric. Graph 1, discontinuous, and then graph 2, graph 2, graph 2, and then part 3. And it tells you the whole total points is 100. So that is your rubric. Please make sure you look through that. I have a few extra boxes that you won't have, but it goes through some helpful hints. So there you go.